Okay, so today is Room Talk Thursday, so time to talk about my week. The first thing to bring up is just I finished another season of Symphogear. I definitely liked season 2 more than season 1. I feel like there's some aspects that season 1 did better. I do think there's other aspects season 2 did better. Overall, I had more fun with it. Excuse me. Aside from watching the first 6 minutes of season 3, I haven't officially just sat down and watched that episode yet. Either tonight or sometime tomorrow, I will have officially started it. The other projects and stuff that I'm doing, playing The Witcher 3, which I believe I had already said I was very mixed on. Like, the writing I thought was really good. The presentation, it kind of depends. Music, fantastic. The backgrounds look phenomenal. The faces feel very hit and miss. Like Geralt, Triss, they look great. But just some of the other NPCs, I'm like, not so much. I think the combat animations, like Geralt's like dancing maneuvers, like look really good. But a lot of the animations and movements in cutscenes look very stiff and kind of off. Now, is that like a deal breaker? Oh, I can't play this game. Some of the models don't look very good. Some of the animations look kind of stiff. No, like that's stupid. Sorry, I'm also playing with my cat here on the side. He punched me in the eye the other day. I don't know if I've ever shown the tube, but he has this tube that he loves to go in, and it's like his favorite thing to play with. And I kind of like looked through it and then just got a paw right in my eye, and that hurt. I was also bleeding, not from my eye, but I don't know if it's still there, but there's like a little cut on mine. It doesn't look like it's there anymore. It was a really small cut on my nose, but like I got hit in the eye. I was like, ow, what the fuck? And then I could smell blood, and I'm like, oh, is my eye bleeding? Oh shit. I think my eye is bleeding. And then I looked in the mirror like, oh, no, it's just a little thing on my nose. That's perfectly fine. Like, I was mad at him. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's still my cat. I still love him. I don't think he was intentionally trying to hit me in the eye. I think he either thought it was a toy and went for it or was just play swiping. It hurt, but it was one of those where, like, yeah, after like a couple minutes, not even that, like it felt fine, but I also have cat allergies, which just kind of aggravated my allergies a bit, but it is what it is. He's still a sweet boy. He's biting the hell out of my thumb right now, though. Witcher, sorry. I got distracted. So yeah, like the presentation, it's hit or miss. I'm not sure about the gameplay. It's an open world game, which means the map is very big. Which I know a lot of people love that shit. They love being able to just explore. Let's see every fucking corner of the world. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. I know that's why people loved Breath of the Wild. That's why people were loving Tears of the Kingdom. I don't love that per se. I like smaller maps. I like more linear experiences. I like smaller maps where just there's a lot of cool shit, but the cool shit is very condensed. And it also doesn't take me for fucking ever to get to where I need to go. There are times in The Witcher 3 where I'm like, I feel like it's just taking a long time to get to where I need to go. Even if it's in the same city. Like, just running around Novigrad. Like, this... I wish this was just a little bit faster. Even the fast travel, like, the fact that there is fast... I mean, if there wasn't fast travel, I don't even know if I'd be playing the game. Like, this... I would just be a little too annoyed. You can only travel between signposts. I don't love that. I don't mind the idea if you can't fast travel to an area until you've found the signpost. It's like, you have now unlocked fast travel for this area, you're Gucci. I just wish I didn't have to run all the way to another fast travel point, like to another signpost to do it. It would be nice if I could just go, cool, I'm done with the shit I needed to do out here. Let me just teleport to somewhere I've been real quick. That's a personal thing. I would just prefer it. Combat, I feel like I'm getting more used to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that I really like it. It's just like, alright, it's a thing I have to deal with. The crafting, I think I've said this before, I'm just not usually huge into crafting systems in games. And everything I hear is that, oh no, yeah, it's super important in The Witcher. Which I'm doing the Novigrad story right now, and I'm really, really liking it. Which is good and bad. It's good because I'm playing a portion of the game that I'm really enjoying. I think the writing's really fun. You know, I have to do like a lot of investigation shit. there is a lot of, just kind of running around places. Well, go here, now go here, now go here, now go here. Which, after a while, like, as much fun as I am having, having these conversations with people, I am like, I feel a bit like my time is kind of wasted. And I just kind of want to be like, all right, can I be done with this part of the quest now and move on to the next part? Because there's other games I want to play this year, and I don't want to just drop this one because there is a lot of quality here and I am having fun with it. And I'm genuinely having fun in this city. But I'm having fun because I'm not really playing the game. Like, there's not a lot of combat I have to do. There's no crafting I have to do. It is just talk to people. Use your Witcher sense to, like, observe some shit and do, like, a little bit of, investigation. Like, that's cool. I'm enjoying that. And it's like, the more I play of the game, the more I think to myself, maybe I would just be better served reading the books. Because I like the world, I like the character, I love Geralt's voice. Because he just sounds like he eats Marlboro cigarettes. Coach Orgeron? I don't remember exactly how it's pronounced, but Coach O, the guy that coached LSU to their national championship in, what was the year? I think it was 2019, the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, crazy record-setting year. I remember a quote, or like not like a quote, it was like a YouTube comment, but it's still technically a quote, where someone said, Coach O talks like he eats stewed possum. Is his voice, go Tigers. Like, it's just so low, so gravelly. Like, the dude, like, literally sounds like he eats cigarettes. It's crazy. Geralt isn't quite that low, but it's something similar. Like, it's very grizzled and gravelly, and I really dig it. And I feel like, while I've criticized some of just the animations, Geralt's facial animations, I think, are really, really good. But because I'm at a point where I'm like, I like the writing of the game a lot more than I like actually playing the game. And that's become very apparent playing this arc where I'm mostly reading and not playing. I am thinking, like, maybe I should just kind of finish this arc, see where I'm at, like, if I really want to keep going, or if I want to do something else. But I might just be like, I'll read the books, not this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after. Like, it'll be on the list somewhere, but maybe I should do that. From what I understand, I really should avoid the show. I'm not really going to talk much about that because it's really not something I know a whole lot about. But I think what I've heard is that the show starts fine because they follow the books, and then the more it goes, the more it deviates from the source material. Like, it did the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones, but started doing it really early, and from what I understand, people who really like the books or like the show are like, this ain't it anymore, Chief, which is really interesting. Speaking of books, so the first, after reading the first Mistborn book, I was reading the second one, but my progress was really, really slow. And then I kind of said, fuck it, let me read the damn thing. And I'm on page 470 or so out of about 760. So I've been making a lot more progress. I've got about 300 pages left. I got to the next part of the book. I'm on, I believe, part 4 of 7, with part 7 just being the final chapter, just being the epilogue. So I'm definitely making progress. I believe I've said this before. I think I said it last week. I don't like it as much as book 1 because of how much I like the heist element of book 1. Book 2 is more about politics. Like, there's other subplots and shit. There's still more lore and history to discover, which I find very interesting. The political maneuvering I also find very interesting. I don't want to make it sound like, man, book 2 was a slog. Book 2 fucking sucks. Book 2 is great. I just like the elements in part 1 a little bit more. But I'm very clearly enjoying it. This week, I got to the part where one of the other kings, Set, is introduced. He is easily my favorite new character introduced into the series. Because I've said before, I don't care for Zane. There's still a lot of time for his character to really grow on me. Okay, he's doing some really cool and interesting shit. I don't know if he's in book 3. So potentially there's 300 pages plus a whole nother fucking book for him to be really cool and do a lot of interesting shit. But it literally took set one scene for me to go, I like this dude. And then the next scene was somehow even better. Like, this guy is fantastic. Creative projects. I'm still working on the sequel to the manuscript I just messed with, which I'm having a lot of fun with. I know I keep saying that, but I really, really do. Still working on the VN script. I finished the prologue. I believe I had finished it last week. So I'm starting chapter 1. Not super far into it, but it's coming along. I know there's also a visual novel sale on Steam right now. I haven't bought anything, but there's a handful of things I'm interested in. Off the top of my head, it was Digimon Survive, because I've been interested in that for a really long time, like when it was announced several years ago, despite, like, it's been delayed like so many fucking times, but it's finally out. It came out last year. It's a Digimon horror game. From what I understand, like, no, it is depending on the shit you do in this game, a lot of your party members could die. Possibly, like, everyone could fucking die. And that's super interesting to me, as I love Digimon Tamers. I mean, I love Adventure 2. Adventure as well, not Adventure 2. I haven't actually watched Adventure 2. It's like, I should make that a little clear. But Tamers is so fucking good, and some of my favorite parts of Tamers is when it goes from just, like, cool Digimon into, holy shit, like, we're dealing with some cosmic Lovecraftian horror. It's great. So the idea of, like, oh yeah, we're in the Digimon world, and it's fucking dangerous, we can die, is a really interesting concept to me. There's a Super Sonico one, and I'm looking on, like, so you're playing as her photographer, and you're taking pictures of her, and it looks like degenerate trash, but I mean, if the shoe fits, I was like, I may or may not have a bit of a thing for Super Sonico. Like, this is actually might appeal to me on a personal level. I kind of like this. There's another VN where one of the main characters actually kind of looks like Sonico. It's called You, Me, and Her. I'm very interested about this because I know the twist. That was how I had first heard about it years ago. And then, like, because Clay and I were looking through the visual novels on sale, and I saw it, I'm like, wait a second. That's familiar. Something about these designs, like, that one looks like Sonico, that's familiar. But this other girl, is this what I think it is? Because it didn't have an English title when I had first heard of it. And now it does, and I looked at it, I was like, this is the thing. I'm really interested in giving this a read. There was one, it was called, like, Marco and the Galaxy Dragon. Like, Clay and I saw the trailer for it, like, how it has, like, multiple different art styles. Like, this looks really cool. This looks really interesting. And the other one was called Cooking Companions, which I will say, like, I looked into it, and then by looking into it, I got the whole thing spoiled. I will not go into any details. But it looks really fucking fascinating. Since I did just kind of spoil the whole thing, I don't know if I'll actually read it. Maybe I will. Clay sounds like he's a little bit interested, and he did not get it spoiled, so maybe he'll pick it up. Speaking of which, he finally finished Sea Cats. I'm very happy about that. I don't know when we are going to do our tier list for all the characters. I also don't know if he thinks I'm kidding. I have been serious the entire time. I really, really want to do this video. To me, it's like, I know I made a fucking 4-hour video about Sea Cats. So saying it's like, this feels like a proper farewell to me. Or like, if this, making the tier list video feels like a way I can finally put the series behind me. Feels weird to say, given the 4-hour fucking thing I did. But now that I'm done, he's done, we've talked about it a bit, we can talk about it a bit more and go into more detail. It feels right. This feels like something, it is something I really want to do, but it almost feels like something I kind of need to do. On top of this, is there anything else? I did a lot of cleaning yesterday. It's not really a big thing to talk about, but it was nice. It was good. Like, I did a little bit of vacuuming, did a little bit of sweeping. I had to get all the gunk out of the shower. That was gross. Didn't like doing it, but it's something that needed to be done. Did some other cleaning in the bathroom. And to me, it's just always a good feeling when, even if I'm like walking to the room and I don't think it's super dirty, it definitely looks nicer. It just makes me feel a little bit better, being in my room now that it's a bit cleaner. it's pretty much it. I know I had posted a couple days ago that Jose, excuse me, he got me some figures. It was a Falcom collection. It was like a little Estelle Nendoroid, a Ren Nendoroid, and then some other girl. I don't know what she's from. I'm going to assume Yeez. I was very happy with it. I appreciate it a lot. I will say the Nendoroids were really hard to put together, like actually getting the like stand in their back. Clay actually looked it up. It's like, okay, apparently the trick is you put the stand in and then you blow on it with a hair dryer, which like melts the plastic into the back, which actually worked. I'm like, why are these so jank? What the fuck? This is so strange. But I got them. I've got them next to my Rishia figure, which is standing right in front of the Altina figure. So like my Trails girls are all together. I know I had pre-ordered the other Ren figure, like the Cold Steel 4 design Ren. I don't know when that'll be coming in. I pre-ordered that fucking months ago. I never got around to getting the Fee one. I think they announced that Emma was going to be next. I could be wrong about that. I don't know if they've announced anyone besides Emma. I want to say Elisa very recently got announced. I might be making that up. Aside from that, birthday is next week. Birthday is next Wednesday. There's a non-zero chance I won't do a Rumor Car Talk video on Thursday. I might just do it on Wednesday since it's my birthday. So, but aside from that, I think that's about it. I'll see you next time I have a Symphogear video, which will probably be either tomorrow or Saturday. But until then, see you.